Welcome to Session 4 of Making Faith Matter, a call to service. You are more than halfway through this course, so thank you for your steadfastness. Up to this point, we have been focusing on the command to serve given to us by the Lord Jesus Christ, and we've also identified the people who are on God's heart, specifically the least of these. This week in your study, you looked at how to serve the least of these. We are to do it with agape love, with humility, with generosity, and spontaneously. Even the smallest acts of service count in God's economy. There's a saying that says the smallest star still shines in the darkness. So when you hear someone say, "I'm going on a mission trip today," what do you usually think of? Well, if you're me, I think of them packing their bags, getting all of their shots to go on an overseas mission trip. But if we follow Jesus' example and practice spontaneous service as we encounter people along life's journey, then every single day we can say, "We're going on a mission trip today." Have you ever thought of it that way before? Well, seeing the least of these around you does take practice. And the reason why is because we usually look just with our physical eyes. Think of it this way. When you go to visit the optometrist, if you wear glasses or contact lenses, you go in and they have you sit in a chair and they have you lean forward and put your chin in a little chin strap, and then they place different lenses over each eye. And they ask you, is view 1 better or view 2? View 1, view 2. Well, one view is fuzzy, another one is clear. Think of the fuzzy lens as seeing with just your physical eyesight, but think of that clear, crystal clear lens as seeing with your spiritual eyes. When you begin to see with spirit eyes, you will see people all around you in need. Trust me on this. You'll see them in your job, in your family, in your church, your life group, even in the grocery store. Now, 2 recent films based on true stories highlight what can happen when we see with spirit eyes. The first one is the film called The Soloist. This is about a newspaper columnist, Steve Lopez, who simply by chance meets a very musically gifted but mentally disturbed Nathaniel Ayers. He writes about him in his column, and he actually gets involved in his life and takes actions to try and help improve Nathaniel's life. It proves to be very challenging for Lopez, but at the same time it breathes new life into him. Well, the second film is the drama The Blind Side. And in this particular film, Leanne Toohey happens to see a young man in need while she's going about her daily life spontaneously. She reaches out to Michael Orr, and he eventually becomes a member of her family. Under her family's care, his natural athletic talents blossom, and he becomes a world-class offensive lineman, eventually plays for the NFL Baltimore Ravens. The intervention rescued Orr from a life of poverty, and at the same time, it enriched the lives of the Tooheys. So the mission of the church can clearly be seen in Ephesians 4:12, where it says, "Prepare God's people for what? For works of service." When the church, all believers, begin to see with spirit eyes and take action, we will begin to redefine what it means to do church. Now, when you were a child, you probably played this little hand game, and if you recognize it, go ahead and play it along with me as I do it. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors and see all the people. Yes, we come together to worship and prepare, and then we go out. As my pastor, Dr. David Youth, likes to say, the church has left the building. May God guide you this week as you make your faith matter.